is falling within the county government?
Yeah. Let me handle the two of them. Sure. First, with the potential to trap methane in landfills. Yes. If you have very good and sanitary landfills, you can generate energy from what would normally go out as pollutant, which is highly pollutant to the environment, methane gas, for own purposes of power generation. So very well managed sanitary landfills can produce energy, because most of the waste, as Waboto has said, is organic. So if we sort that and move to standards that we propose in the strategy, then we can actually move from waste to power. When it comes to now ambient, and I think you got it right here, we are not saying that what we do will set a national standard. That is the ambient, which any county cannot go below. Then, just like anywhere else, any of the counties can set higher standards if they want. If they want to be cleaner than the national standard, this is where I'm going to. But the testing of stationary sources, we will be doing that stationary, like factories, we've been doing that. Vehicles is what is coming as new. And this is why we are preparing very well, because in each of the counties we have testing sectors. And why I'm saying ambient is that none of the counties can enact a law and put their standards lower than the national standard. So we'll work with counties. If they want their vehicles to be cleaner, that's fine. For us at the national level, we'll test them on import at the port. And then once they are coming in, we know they are clean. And then we'll have the National Standard Center, and each of the counties then will license, together with NTSA and other partners, centers which can actually test pollution. And then we'll keep the records and make sure that everybody is at the national standard.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We know that also waste can be exceedingly beneficial for the country as well if it's managed well. We've seen other countries which it's a good source of power. And I'm wondering, from your strategy which you're about to launch tomorrow, what are some of the modern technologies that we are looking at, right? Have you done any benchmarkings that we can say this is what we want to compare with maybe seasoned countries like Germany? They are way up ahead in terms of solid waste management in this country. So we're talking about composite plans that will try and make sure that, yes, we churn out and they're processed, and then we have power. What is the plan that you have as NEMA right now in terms of making sure that we can use and harness energy from this solid waste management? What are the technologies that we're looking at?
We are benchmarking with some of the best countries, as you say, Denmark, Germany, Singapore. We would like to get plans.
So right now in the country, I'm sorry to that, right now in the country we don't have any plans.
The best pilot we are having, and Dubai, it's good you have asked this, Kiambu County has already set aside land. They have got an investor, and they are about to complete the first pilot scheme for a landfill, sanitary landfill. So we will be working with them to use that as the pilot for the country, for the rest of the counties to do that. So this is the first one.
And it's not the biogas plant.
No, it's not the biogas. This is and whereas we are saying that, as I said before, you can have a very good sanitary landfill, yes, but the processes from the initial collection all the way to now the time the waste gets to the landfill, that is going to be important. And right now, a lot of counties are actually struggling with that. From the citizens themselves sorting out their garbage, to the recyclables and the non-recyclables, and then the transfer sites where we have now those which can be recycled taken aside, the remaining one which can produce energy, for example, like the organic ones, getting to the landfill, and then that being sorted out. So this is the process we want to market. If you look, we have also, the strategy also provides guidance on technologies, because technologies for managing waste are very advanced. And the equipment can be cheap or very expensive, those you can afford. But most important is streamlining the whole process so that you don't start with a landfill, which is quite expensive, and then you don't achieve the purpose because you cannot collect, you cannot transport properly, or even recycle and sort.
All right,
correct.
A bit on resource recovery and energy generation. We shall look into the legal aspect of it because, of course, if you're coming up with these plans, you have to